of give us some examples? I mean, I know that you probably don't want to go deep into the numbers because that can be annoying, but maybe give us like a ballpark, right? So you got 100 units, some kind of, you can get paid a little bit per unit. I mean, how does it normally work?
Yeah, so there are a couple different types of compensation. And you're right, I hate to go into the numbers because whatever number I throw out there, somebody's going to write it down. They're going to be like, I want that,
Start
but
really small. You get
right,
$5.
right. But dealing with cable companies varies. It varies by market. It varies by how large is your property. Is there a competition in that marketplace? I mean, each of those deals is almost as different as the property itself. Because if I'm the cable company and you've got 100 units and I look at it, but it's a D-class property and I've only got, maybe 10 customers there, I can't afford to give you as much as 100 units that's an A-class property, right? Where maybe I have 70 customers. So for me, it's about, as the cable company, it's about the return on investment as well. So I have to sit down and actually understand, what am I paying for? Am I really paying for good quality customers that I want to protect? But there's two models for compensation. There's the bulk build and the non-bulk build. Bulk build means you buy and you provide the service as an amenity, right? That there's more and more of that happening. Internet, right? So if you've got an A-class property, you may want to provide internet as an amenity, and maybe you can buy internet in bulk for $40 a month per unit, and then you can maybe charge 50 or 60 more in rent because you offer internet as opposed to somebody who doesn't offer internet. That one's a little risky because in a bulk build, you're paying for 100% of your units, regardless of whether or not they want it, they use it, or even if it's occupied. So that's one of the cons. But if you can make a $20 spread, then it may be worth it. But it's a huge liability. And especially during COVID, we saw a lot of people that just got away from that. They didn't want to take on that liability because there was so much uncertainty, right? Are these people going to be able to pay their rent? Am I going to be able to, evict them if they don't, and things like that? So that's what's called a bulk build arrangement. And that's one thing. And some of our owners really like that. Others do not. And the vast majority of those do not, because they don't want to have that liability. So I'd say about 10% of our clients do the bulk, and the other 90% do non-bulk. And non-bulk is really something that is where you're just saying, I'm going to let you on my property. I'm going to give you access to our residents. But whether or not they take that service, that's entirely up to them. That's between you and them. And what you get is you get a payment, what's called a door fee or a signing bonus, because you're going to give them a not an exclusive right to be there, but maybe an exclusive right to market their service. So you're not taking and removing anybody. They're still allowed to have anybody they already have, but you're going to give them an exclusive marketing agreement. And you're just going to position them as your preferred provider. And in exchange for that, you might get $100 a door. So you might get a one-time fee of $10,000. Well, it's not life-changing money, but if you put it in there, and if you're, a lot of our clients are people who are buying properties and trying to upgrade them, right? They're trying to take them from a C to a B, refinance them. And so when you're sitting there talking about maybe a couple dollars a door, on a monthly basis, then when you go to refinance that, depending on what the cap rates are and things like that, it can be pretty significant.
Oh yeah, and that's the biggest lever in the world is the price per door for sure. And if you can offer a service to your residents that's good and get a little bit of kickback, that's great.